The house that ate marriages. Every woman who married into that house left alone, or didn't leave at all. But Ifeoma didn't know that when she said, "I do." And by the time the house chose her husband, it was already too late. This is the story of the house that ate marriages. When Ifeoma first saw the house, she thought it was beautiful in a way that made you lower your voice. It sat alone on a gentle hill at the edge of the town, wide verandas, tall carved doors, walls the color of old ivory. Bougainvillea climbed the pillars like they had grown there naturally. The air around it felt still, not peaceful, just waiting. "This was my grandfather's," Chinedu said proudly. "It's been in the family for generations." Ifeoma smiled, though something in her chest tightened. "How many people lived here before us?" Chinedu hesitated, just for a second. "Marriages," he said finally. "Several." He did not say how they ended. The house loved Chinedu immediately. Doors opened for him without sound. The floors never creaked under his feet. His sleep grew deeper, heavier, like the house was holding him. Ifeoma, on the other hand, began to feel like a guest who had overstayed her welcome. At night, she heard whispers in the walls, not voices exactly, but intentions. A low hum of desire and jealousy. The house breathed when she cried. It grew cold when she laughed too loudly. Chinedu stopped touching her the way he used to. Instead, he touched the walls. "This place understands me," he told her one evening, palm resting on the carved wood like it was skin. "It listens." Ifeoma laughed nervously. "It's a house." Chinedu looked at her, confused. "No," he said softly. "It's more than that." She found the letters by accident, hidden behind a loose brick in the bedroom. Letters from women. "I feel like I am disappearing. He looks at the house the way he used to look at me. I think it wants him alone." One letter ended abruptly, the ink smeared like the writer had been crying or dragged. Ifeoma's hands shook. She confronted Chinedu. "Did your grandfather's wife die here?" He shrugged. "She went mad." "And your uncle's?" "She left." "And your father's?" Silence. Then, "The house keeps what loves it properly." That night, Ifeoma locked the bedroom door. The house unlocked it. Chinedu stopped going to work. He spent his days repairing cracks that hadn't been there the day before, whispering apologies to the ceiling, bringing offerings, wine, kola nuts, flowers, to the center of the living room. The house rewarded him. His body grew stronger. His skin glowed. His voice carried authority when he spoke. Ifeoma grew thinner. The mirrors no longer reflected her fully. Her image blurred at the edges, like the house was erasing her piece by piece. One night, the house spoke clearly for the first time. Not with words, with pain. The walls tightened. The air crushed her lungs. The floor dragged her toward the center of the house where Chinedu stood, eyes shining with devotion. "It wants proof," he said calmly. "It wants to know I choose it." Ifeoma screamed, "I am your wife!" Chinedu hesitated. The house pulsed. And in that moment, she understood the truth. The house didn't want bodies. It wanted priority. It wanted to be chosen over love. Ifeoma stopped struggling. She stood. She placed her hand on Chinedu's chest and smiled sadly. "If you give yourself to it," she said gently, "it will never let you leave. You will belong to it forever." Chinedu frowned. "That's the point." She nodded. Then she turned to the house and spoke, not with fear, but command. "You feed on devotion," she said. "So take mine." The house froze. She continued, voice steady. "I give you everything I have, but not him." The walls screamed. The house had never been offered selfless devotion before. Only obsession, only hunger. It recoiled. Cracks split the floor. The carvings warped. The whispers turned into wails. Chinedu collapsed, clutching his head as the bond snapped violently. By morning, the house stood silent. empty, hollow, dead. They left that same day. Chinedu never fully recovered. He avoided mirrors. He could not stand in closed spaces. He never loved with the same intensity again. Years later, the house collapsed on its own. No storm, no earthquake, just surrender. Villagers said it had starved. And Ifeoma? She lived a long life, in peace. Some houses are not built with bricks and wood, but with the quiet graves of love that was never chosen.